You have entered the Bag Show, featuring Tubesox Spam and Mr. Wunderful Will.
Bag Show is in the house. You got Tubesox Spam, and I got my sidekick over here, Wunderful Will.
And Mr. Wonderful Will.
Yeah, okay. Somebody call you
some respect,
Mr.,
boy.
but not me. But
some respect.
Yeah, no respect given. But today, man, we are about to expose some stuff, man. We are about to let it known. And finally, the government has finally acknowledged what we're going to talk about today, and that is going to be disclosure, UFO disclosure, alien disclosure, everything that they know. It's supposed to be, the government, everything cool with you, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, I thought something was wrong. Yeah, he's over here looking like he's about to shoot himself in the head. But anyway, I don't know if y'all are aware, but probably about a little over a year ago, the government finally admitted that they have evidence of unidentified flying objects, and that the military has taken specifically like the Air Force and the Navy, and they have finally come out and acknowledged that these are real videos. It's not a joke. It's not a hoax. And the technology that they've seen is not technology from this earth. Where things that are moving so fast they can't even hardly get it on camera.
Right.
So it's real. It's real. And just amazing to me that it's not that big of a deal. It seems like something like this would be on the news all the time. People will be talking about it, but it's like they're just trying to keep everything like under wraps and not make it a big deal, man.
Because they anticipate people not going to believe it.
Yeah, but usually, how a lot of times, man, until the government says something, then people will believe it, But up until then, people, I don't believe it. As soon as
that's
the government,
what I'm saying. They're counting on it. That's why they're not making it known, because they should at least show it. This is what we found.
Yeah.
Here's the video footage. Mm-hmm. Here's some objects what we discovered. But it's been proven all this time, when you always wonder if there's another life form outside of this, outside the planet Earth, has been confirmed.
Yeah.
But we don't know where it's at, because I was looking at some of the video. One of the video I can't remember, but it was confirmed that there was a planet. They discovered another planet that's not in our solar system. Mm-hmm. That is,
it can have life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
because it wasn't close to the sun.
Yeah. And it's they've even shown just was it the other day? I know I saw it on news, but they're getting a radio signal from some. They know where it's coming from, but it's it's a signal that's like basically like a code. They sent some. The Earth sent some. I think it was pretty sure it was the U.S. government sent something. But it's something like, how they do Morse code, do.
Right.
Something that you got to deliberately do. But they got back a radio signal that was coming back to them. So it got to be somebody had to do make that signal up, and it wasn't Americans. It wasn't foreign people. It came from way out in the galaxy, right, man. So it's somebody. Yeah, something up there that caught that signal and was able to send something back, man. The music. I wonder if you can hear it now on the. You think you can hear it?
Yeah, because I got it on the.
Oh, you got it on the track. Yeah,
oh,
okay.
Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, because but I know all you followers. I know a couple of times we would have music play, and when we first started using that H8, and we'd be like, oh man, we didn't know the music was playing, but then you go back and hear the track. And you couldn't hear it. So hopefully y'all were able to hear it this time, so you'll know what we were talking about. Yeah, he over here just tickled to death.
My apologies.
Yeah, but if people are interested, search some of the first videos that came out of UFO sightings. Mm-hmm. That were military related. Search up Gimbal. That's GIMBAL. And then FLIR 1, that's FLIR, and then the number 1. Then the Go Fast video, and those are going to show you, because I know the Go Fast was one of them had like what they call like a tic tac. It was like a tic tac type thing, and the Navy had zoomed in on it. It was flying right across the surface of the water, but it didn't make waves in the
It was
water
just
or anything.
recent, right?
Yeah. It happened a while, but they released it. I know it was around a year ago. But then the thing was going off so fast, and you even hear the Navy pilots talking about, man, what is that, man? Talking about how fast it was going and all that. But it's some type of technology that nobody, the Chinese, the Russians, the Koreans, nobody has that stuff, man. So it has to be from somewhere.
And also, I would recommend, if you have Amazon Prime, because this documentary called Unacknowledged, I watched that last week.
Yeah, that's real good. That's one of the best I've ever seen.
I'm not going to even try to say some of the things, but man, it's deep. It sounds very credible too. It's nothing like, it's not an entertainment. They got little Martians and floating around, but this is some of the things. I mean, if you really, really look at it, and they talk about a lot of the former presidents. Was
higher up people, and then
they want to try to declassify it because some of the president felt like people had a right to know, but they were just trying to keep it as some top secret.
Yeah, because I think they, for one reason, they don't want to publicize it. I think they have a lot of people that think that they'll just lose it if they really find out that it's aliens or something. Because just imagine, like on Independence Day, when the people were going outside and they just looked up in the sky and saw the big, huge spaceship.
Oh, the movie.
And everybody, and everybody went into panic.
Right.
And I think they think it's going to be something like that. But I keep saying, you might as well tell people that it's something out there, so when it does, people won't go into panic mode, man.
But it's been stated that some of the sightings they did recorded that was not aggressive.
Yeah.
They appear not to be aggressive.
Yeah, they just coming. Cause I got a feeling it's more like people in another galaxy. They're coming here like people go to a lion country safari or something, like how the people go dive in the oceans to observe sharks and stuff.
Right.
And they just there to observe, because it's obvious if they came millions, billions of miles here with technology that we don't have. Even if the United States, Russia, China, even if everybody teamed up together to fight them, you don't have the technology to do it, man. You couldn't do anything if they were aggressive and come here to destroy. They could have done it already, man.
Right.
We don't have technology. The stuff that the latest stuff here is probably like Stone Age stuff to them, man. To those type of beings. Yeah. But, and another one you need to go look up is the incident. It was called the Ariel School incident in Zimbabwe, and that was a real good one because they interviewed kids from back in, I think it was like in the early 90s when they were kids, and they saw out at the school, and kids, they say it was a ship, and some beings came out of the thing and talked to them. Well, not talk to them. They basically like what do you call it, man? When you can say something in somebody's head and they'll put a thought in your head.
Oh, man, telepathy.
Yeah, the telepathy. And they were kids that said that, and the school people, it was a trip because all of the kids that were out there, they saw it, they ran back and told the teacher. And you're not gonna get that many kids to work up a story. You know what I'm saying the same stuff that quick when it was just a big crowd that ran back to the school and told. But they go back and interview these people now that they're grown, probably 30s and stuff. They interview them, and all of them still telling the same story, man.
Right.
So it's something. It's stuff out here, man, that plenty of people have seen. And as a matter of fact, I've seen something, but I'm gonna break that down on our next show. I'll let you know about what I've been in contact with.
No, how about this? Go ahead and just share it with us now, man.
Oh, about now?
Yeah, because I have a cause.
Man, I was gonna save that for like the cliff by part 2.
Oh, we can do that.
No, but I'll go ahead and talk about it.
I can tell you about my experience too, because I'm just saying. I never told this until Tubesox Spam. We just brought up the conversation about it, and he was telling about his experience, and I said, I had an experience. I don't know what it was, what I saw, but I know.
Yeah, you know it wasn't from this world.
It was weird.
Yeah.
But I lied. I'd let you tell your side. I'll tell you mine.
I know it was about, I believe it was 2012 or 13. I know my little brother, he contacted MUFON, and they came out to the house, and had that MUFON, that's was the Mutual UFO Network, and they had people come investigate and stuff.
Right.
But anyway, man, that's when I was sitting outside with my old dog, Simpson. Bless his heart. He's going off to a more peaceful place.
Oh, Cujo.
Yeah. Yeah, but we were sitting out, man. I had my my tailgate on my truck just laid down. I was sitting there, Samson, he was doing his thing. And so I was just sitting there, man, and I looked up in the sky, and I could see something above the tree line. And I was just looking, and I'm like, man, what is that? And I said, man, I think, is it the North Star or something? Because, I never believed in anything like that. So I was like, is that a star or what? But I was like, no, it can't be. And I started watching. I could see kind of like beams kind of like protruding kind of out, right? So I just sat there for a while, for probably about at least 20 minutes. And the more I looked at it, I said, oh man, that might be my eyes playing tricks on me, right?
Right.
So I called my little brother, and I didn't even tell him nothing. I just told him, I said, hey man, come upstairs, man, come up here, man. Come out in the garage. And so I was up there, and I just pointed to him. I said, hey man, what does that look like? And so he just started looking at it, right? And so we were looking, and when you could see from now, what I've seen before, I've seen some other video, but I'm pretty sure it's something like what I've seen in the other videos, but it was like the bottom of it, then I think it was like a door opening or something. So that's what made it look like a piece of light. I think it was just letting out like smaller, basically like orbs or something. It was letting them out.
Right.
And then so I was just sitting there, and so while we were looking at it, and at the same time we was going, see, there it goes. And so I was like, okay, so my eyes playing tricks on me. We both seeing the same things, right?
Right.
And so what really got me, a plane started coming by. And this thing it had been staying where it was, but this thing took like an arc. It took off like an arc like this. Boom. It was gone. You couldn't see it. And then as the plane was leaving, it came and went straight back to the spot where it was, man, and just stayed there, man. And I'm like, man, and you know how like when you're on the ground and you see a plane flying through the sky, you know how it looks like it's just barely moving. It's just barely moving right here. But this thing just moved, man, like it was absolutely, man, it was just crazy how it moved. And so I was just sitting there like, man, what in the world is this? Because my little brother, he said he had believed in this stuff a long time ago, but I used to always think it was fake, man. As a matter of fact, I had a guy in college football, when I was playing football in college, man, told me he had seen something, man, and everybody started clowning him, making a joke of him. But now, after this, and then the government and all that, I'm like, man, that dude, he saw something up close though. And so, but it was just crazy. And after I saw that night, man, that's why I said I've never doubted anybody that said if they saw anything like that, because how that thing moved, man, it was just wild how it did. But I've seen other videos that look similar to what we've seen, what me and my little brother saw that night, man. Yeah, and it was just up in plainest, man, because it was probably there for at least, because I was out there probably about 20-30 minutes by myself before I even called. And I was like, if you see something like that and somebody is around, because I know if I had but luckily he believed in the stuff anyway, but if I had seen that and just told somebody who never believed in that stuff, even though I know I saw what I saw, first thing they'll be thinking, man, this dude is losing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it does. Because I was like that, man, when the dude told me about it, man. I didn't believe it, man. But after you see it on your own and how they can move like they can move, it's crazy, man. That stuff is crazy, man.
Well, my experience, this was before my daughter was born. I know I'm originally from Georgia, so.
Oh, Georgia boy.
Yep. But anyway,
Bulldogs.
I left my parents, just visiting, got through visiting my parents, right? So, I got on Interstate 75 from Locust Grove, Georgia. That's Henry County. Now, it was hardly no cars on that road that night. Very few cars I saw on the interstate. So as I passed one of the exits, clear, pretty night, and all of a sudden, I saw a ball light just shot straight from, like it came from the ground, shot up in the sky. And that light, it seems like, I'm thinking, I'm like, what is that? So I'm even thinking maybe that's just maybe a military, because that we have a
helicopter.
So you got an Air Force base in Georgia.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe it's one of their aircrafts. But that when it moved the way it moved, I mean, it's like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just stood in the air. I'm kind of thinking first I saw it, maybe it's just a helicopter. And as you drive, I'm driving, you would think you'll get close to it when you could probably see what it is. And I even sped up, try to catch it, cause I was in my sports car during that time. I ain't kind of sped up some, see if I can catch up with it, so I can see what it is. And I never could catch up with it. I said, this damn thing following me.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I was like I said, I was the only person on at that part. I was like the only car on the interstate, man. And I'm thinking like, damn, this somebody go down.
Yeah, and that was before probably you had the good cell phone cameras and
No,
everything.
that was no
picture.
cell phone cameras then.
Yeah, you couldn't take
That
a
was
picture.
way before the
Video.
cell phone cameras came out. So, and that thing all of a sudden it just took off,
Yeah, gone.
left.
Yeah.
And I never told anybody this story, because if I've said something,
Yeah, people think you crazy,
I
man.
said,
Yeah.
man, I want to tell somebody, say, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, man.
Maybe I didn't see what I see.
Yeah, but that's what's
I
true.
kid you not, this shit.
Yeah, because man, matter of fact, because after I saw that, man, I've been looking into this stuff a lot, man, watching videos and everything. But most people, they see stuff, man, they talk themselves out of saying they saw what they saw, man. They'll be like, oh, I don't know what it was. But you saw it, yeah, but they always do. Because matter of fact, they did I forgot what show it was. I was watching one of the shows, but they showed a guy that does like National Geographic documentaries and all of that.
Right.
And especially like down in Mexico, they had like a real hot spot. Central America and Africa. And they have a lot of sightings there. But it was a guy, because they also in water, they're in volcanoes and stuff. They show videos when they fly out of a volcano. Right. But anyway, the guy, they said they were on a boat, and all of a sudden something just came up out of the water. And the guy that was, I guess he was like the documentary guy, was showing about it. And so he came up, he thought he was tripping or something. And so he said he saw like maybe a couple of minutes later, he saw the captain of the boat. It wasn't like a cruise line boat or anything.
Right.
But he asked him, it was like, hey man, did you see anything? And the captain was like, yeah. He saw the same thing, something that came from out of the water up. They said it came out of the surface water, hovered for a minute, and they said it took off like instantaneously, man, and it was gone out of sight. And so now, but the dude that does documentaries said he never felt comfortable saying anything, because people would automatically think he's crazy. But now, as the government is doing this disclosure and more people are coming out saying, now I guess I guarantee you, within a few more months, a lot of people are going to be saying, because and Donald Trump wrote in this last COVID bill, he put it in there that the United States has 180 days to do a full disclosure of what they know. But I still don't think the government is gonna. They only gonna say they got some stuff
possible.
Yeah. But they won't. They're
some
never
rocks.
saying. Yeah. They keep just saying stuff like that. I'm like, man, go ahead and say, because all these other Canada, Russia, I think China, Brazil, all these other countries have already admitted to their people that there is life other than Earth, man. They've already admitted it. The United States finally, came out and started saying it, but they're not showing any proof yet. So, a lot of people are going to wait and see And you know, they want to see a real alien before they believe. But I'm like, man, these videos and stuff that are being shown, this stuff is 100% true. It's not faked. When you see something that can take off that the radar here can't even keep up with, you're like, man, dude, it's something. It's not. This ain't special effects, man. It's real, man. It's real. So we're gonna get to the bottom of this, man.
Okay, then. Well, we're gonna conclude this one, but we will talk about it again on our next show. So, hey, if you have any stories you like to tell or you want to mention anything, you know, go to our comment section.
Yeah, leave comment,
and also subscribe. We ask you to do that, man.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do a live also, where you can if you know of anything, you know, like firsthand or anybody that did anything, that saw anything, and we're gonna try to get you guys to call in. And
like I said, I'm telling the truth. I never wanted to say anything about this.
No, you think I'm lying, man?
No, I'm just saying because you made me want to tell the truth because I'm trying to convince myself I didn't see what I thought I seen.
That's what everybody does, man.
I'm not even gonna say anything.
Or start blinking your eyes, shaking your head, like, oh man,
I know what I saw. I'm like, what the hell? What is that? Is that thing following me?
Yeah, man, it's true.
I try to speed up to it, and I never could get close to it, man.
Yeah, man. But it's stuff out there, and the government is slowly but surely, letting people know, like we are not the only thing, and that to me, once you open your mind up and start thinking. It's like, why in the world would we be the only planet with life on it, man? Even if it's a different type of life, but we not, just like on one side of the sun, it could be something on the direct opposite or further out or another galaxy just like this. So
right.
It's just getting everything's getting disclosed. So yeah, so
well, y'all, we're gonna, like we said, we're gonna conclude this. We're gonna talk part 2 about this show. So just stay, like I said, like and subscribe, and leave any comments in the comment section, and give some of your testimony. So until then, you all have a great day, great week, and a great life. And always remember, God is love, and love is God. Peace. Hey, this is Wunderful Will of the Bag Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Bag Show. We appreciate your support in advance. Peace.